always takes a little while longer.
Yeah, preparing a live stream.
I'm just waiting for the clue from YouTube. Everybody staying cool?
We are now that we're in here.
Feels
great.
Oh, that reminds me.
Yeah.
You have to tell me, because it's on timers, how I can turn it on and off manually when there's filming, because last week in the middle of filming, they asked me to turn, I was trying everything. Finally, I got it to go off, but it was,
There's instructions right there.
that
You
tells
press the
you.
little round button. Every time you press the round button, it adds 30 minutes to the override. Up to 4 hours. I'll show you after.
Yeah, no, I saw that, but that'll turn the sound off, because they,
Oh, the sound.
yeah, because it has to be off for filming.
Well, that should be off all the time. When no one's here.
No, I mean the air conditioner makes noise when filming. I need to be able to manually turn it off.
Okay.
It happened with the heat in the winter too, but now I keep forgetting to tell you. So now I just when I finally got it to be quiet, I put it on for 30 minutes to cool the place, and then once they started rolling, it was off, but there are times I need it, we're live, by the way.
We'll figure it out together.
Okay.
Meanwhile,
Yes.
is YouTube up?
Yep.
YouTube's up. We're all here. So let's get started. Good Shabbos, everyone.
Good Shabbos.
As we've been discussing, Rabbi Bieber and Vicky are at a wedding in Vegas. I didn't know it was in Vegas. This is cool. Very good. Hope they win a lot of money and come back.
Donate it to the temple.
Donate some to the temple, yeah.
I think she was just a guest.
Well, we will start, as we normally do, with Havenu Shalom Aleichem. Is the Temple Beth Emet second part of that. We haven't done that in a while. Does everybody remember it?
Yes.
Shalom Aleichem.
We'll have to teach that to Rabbi Bieber.
Yeah.
It sounds like something she'd like. I think she'd like that. Well, why don't you greet each other with Good Shabbos, or Shabbat Shalom, whichever you prefer. Go to the left, go to the right, go up, go down. And we will go now to the candle blessing, which is on pages 120, 121, and we need someone to volunteer. Who hasn't lit candles in a while? All lit candles? You can make me do it?
Joanne will do it.
Okay.
I volunteer Joanne.
We nominate Joanne.
I know, well.
White smoke.
You know, we're egalitarian here. It doesn't have to be a woman.
Oh. Wow.
So next week, one of the guys
Okay.
volunteer.
All right.
Blessed are you, Adonai, our God, sovereign of the universe, who powers us with mitzvot, commanding us to kindle the light of Shabbat. Baruch atah, Baruch.
Want to sing it?
Okay.
Baruch Eloheinu melech haolam asher tishanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu לך הדליק נר, הדליק נר,
Anything else?
You wanna read one of the paragraphs? It's up to you.
Okay. Okay. As these Shabbat candles give light to all who behold them, so may we, by our lives, give light to all who behold us. As their brightness reminds us of the generations of Israel who have kindled light, so may we in our own day be among those who kindle light. Amen.
Amen.
Thank you. Now, we'll turn to page 138 for Lecha Dodi, and here's a caveat. Most of us have gotten pretty used to Rabbi Bieber leading us and her little changes from what we used to do before. But I'll probably slip back to the old ways because I'm tired, it's been a long week, and she does it so much better. So whichever way you want to do it, we'll do it together, and it'll come out beautifully. And we have more people. Good Shabbos.
Good Shabbos.
Hi, Carol. I am Carol. Hi, hello, Carol. Welcome. Have a seat. Making something over.
Anybody want a tambourine?
Yes, please. Thank you.
Mom,
For those of you just joining us, welcome. We are going to be doing Lecha Dodi on page 138. We do the first and the last verse. And in a traditional synagogue, for those of you who are just arriving, in a traditional rendition of Lecha Dodi, the entire congregation for the last verse turns around and looks at the back to welcome the Shabbat Queen. And Rabbi Sobel used to teach about how somebody came in right at that moment and everybody turned around to look at them and they left and never came back. So I was just thinking, you guys just came in right before we do it, so it's good, it's all good. Everyone, page 138, Lecha Dodi.
And Ira, I'm going to give you a treat. I'm gonna do it the old way that you said you used to like.
Okay.
Okay. Verse 9 at the end of page 139. What is that? Is that a jet?
That's way too low. It's a helicopter, some kind of helicopter. Oh, that sounds like.
Actually, it could be a motorcycle coming down the alley.
Could be. It was loud, but it wasn't moving, it didn't feel like an earthquake.
Okay.
If you have your news app, look up and see if we just had an earthquake, I don't think we did.
There wasn't truly one time when we were doing COVID and we were doing all of our services out in the courtyard and I was playing the guitar and we were singing a song. That is exactly what happened. And we couldn't see that it was a motorcycle because who can tell? It was in the alley and everyone, because it was making everything shake and it was so incredibly loud because of being in the alley, the acoustics. So that kind of reminded me of it. Just saying. Okay. All right. Verse number 9.
Verse number 9.
That freaked me out. So
was shaking that they didn't like this particular melody. Well,
I just
okay.
did it for you, Ira.
Thank you, but as congregation president, I have to yield my personal preferences to the congregation. And if you want to make sure that the melody you like is done, there are 2 weeks in June when Rabbi's going to be out because she's having hip surgery. And for those 2 weeks, if you want your melodies done, I've got the order of the service right here. It's not hard to do. If you come every week, you already know how to do it. So feel free to volunteer. I'd love to sit here and watch other people do it. It's a lot easier. But we will go now to page 142. And we welcome the Shabbat bride, and now we will welcome the Shabbat angels that accompany us to services and on the way home. And you should have, either in your book or in the book next to you or in somebody's book, this page that has the extra 2 verses in English that Rabbi Bieber has written for us, and we just continue straight into them.
Does everyone have one, or if you need one? David was very nice to make us a whole bunch more copies. Does anyone
Oh,
need?
thank you, David.
You're welcome, I like
I'll take it.
President.
For the next half hour, you can call me that. It's all
Does
right.
anybody need one? Going once, going twice, no, okay.
Shalom Aleichem, page 142.
I started you out of the wrong key. Please forgive me. Let's try that one more time. Ready? Shalom
now going to call upon the temple president, me, to give us an announcement, let us know what's happening at temple. Thank you, Mr. Goldstein. Welcome to Shabbat Services at Temple Beth Emet of Burbank. Rabbi Jan Shannon and Vicky are at a wedding this weekend, so here I am with our music director, Professor Robin Kreisberg. And we have Dr. David Nathans helping with percussion. Okay, getting serious. Days of Remembrance commemoration of the Holocaust is this Tuesday, presented by the Burbank Human Relations Council. It will be this Tuesday, May 13th at 7 p.m. This year the event will be at First Christian Church, 221 South 6th Street in Burbank. It's just north of Glen Oaks. If you know where we used to do high holiday services, just make a right turn there and go down about a block and a half. June 1st, we will be having a fundraiser at Panda Express all day long. At Panda Express on Hollywood Way, and the temple will get 20% of our purchases. There will be, the flyer will be posted on the website at the Times, which is late. Yes, I know, but we will be sending that out, and we go out by email if you get the email, and, yes. Question?
Could we possibly put, some flyers out, can Ralph make copies, cause I know I wanna give them to my students and.
Oh, yes, definitely, yeah, I'll make sure Ralph gets, he should have it, but we'll make sure he does have it. That's good, all right. Panda Express, good, get the orange juice. Oh, good.
It's the one up near the airport.
Yep.
Right,
Oh,
yeah, not the one over here by Bonds, the one up on the airport, easy in, easy out,
And they have a drive-through.
and they do have a drive-through, you don't even have to get out of the car, yes.
Got the address, 2585 North Hollywood Way.
But you won't see the numbers on the building,
Well, it's maybe approximately.
yeah.
Near the airport.
If
go to the
you,
airport.
if you're getting to Southwest Airlines, you've gone too far. Okay, remember, Temple is available for rental for filming and classes or other events. Contact the office or Tracy for information. We continue to collect non-perishable food for local food banks, new and unwrapped toys and items for teens for Children's Hospital Los Angeles. No stuffed animals, please. And remember to designate Temple Beth Emmet of Burbank with your Ralph's Community Rewards program. We'll get a small donation every time you shop. Remember, Temple Beth Emmet of Burbank, Temple Beth Emmet of Anaheim is very nice. My family used to go there, but they can take care of themselves, okay? And finally, happy Mother's Day to all the moms in our community. There is still time, guys, to get flowers, get a card. Please make sure you don't forget Mother's Day, or you will be in big trouble. Now, as we like to say here at Temple Beth Emmet, have I forgotten anything? Yes.
Rabbi, Freudian slip. I read, you didn't forget anything, but I do wanna say that, yes, the First Christian Church is on the same side of the street as St. Jude's, one block down. And there's a big Montessori sign in front of it, because they have a Montessori school. And the other thing is, Jen told us last week that Panda Express, you don't have to eat in, you can drive through, you can order online, any way you wanna do it. You don't have to go there and, eat in there in the restaurant.
Yeah, like I said, they've got a drive-through, go up in your pajamas and just pick it up, whatever. Okay, with that done, thank you very much, good Shabbat.
Good job.
Oh, Ira Book Club.
Oh, that's right. See, I said, did I forget anything? Book club is on May 31st, right? The last Wednesday of the month at 7 o'clock. This week, we are reading one of the Rabbi's small mysteries. Someday the Rabbi will leave. And if you have an old copy, terrific. If you have an extra old copy, let me know because I can't find mine. And we can always look in the library to see if there's any of them in there. But they're always a fun read, and we're coming off some things that are a little more serious, so this will be a very enjoyable introduction to our summer reading. And let's see, where are we now? Oh, now we are going to continue on page 146 as we rise for the formal call to prayer, the Baruch. And here's a treat. Nobody needs to come up and open the church. Wow.
Ready, 1, 2, and go.
Well, we can be seated for the Via Havta, but we'll be getting up in just a little bit. But we can always do the rest, right? The Via Havta, not Via Havta, yeah, the Via Havta, I'm sorry. Via Havta is on page 154. She's got it afterwards. I'm sorry. I skipped ahead. We're on 150, I'm sorry, for Avado alone. Sorry. Need you guys to keep me honest here. Keep me in check. Page 150 again, I'm sorry, for Avado alone. Rise again for the Shema on page 152. with that, we'll close the ark, we can be seated, and now we have the Via Havta on page 154. Everyone? Via Havta. On 158, we have the Mika Mocha. And I know Rabbi's been chanting the last paragraph in a traditional manner, but I don't know that. So let's do it the way we used to, the old-fashioned Mika Mocha. Everyone? Real good. We continue on 162 with Vishamru. Basically, how you keep Shabbat. You do it every week. You do it throughout the ages, a sign for all time. Our gift to the world, a day of rest that didn't always exist. People used to work 7 days a week. Some still do, right? But at least we rest in our mind 1 day a week. It's different. So, on 162, Vishamru.
Vishamru.
tell you what happened yesterday. Yesterday, Diane and I were out at Cal State Northridge for the Trends Fashion Group's annual fashion show. Students put together collections, and they've got models, and they really do a beautiful job. Well, they're doing their thing, and one male model comes out, and he must be wearing shoes that are a little taller than he normally does. And he starts to trip, and he catches himself and keeps going. So you see, if we trip, we keep going. And we say we meant to do it that way. Right? Of course. Well, it's been quite a week, and we've got a new pope who seems like he'll be a friend to the Jewish people and to the world. Yes?
Well, if he's from Chicago, he knows a guy.
Yeah. I was reading something on my newsfeed. His brother, before the conclave, was saying, look, whatever you do, don't choose Leo, because you'll be Leo the 13th, and the 13th's not lucky. And he had miscounted, because there was already a Leo the 13th, so now it's Leo the 14th. And he's from Chicago, so he'll bless the hot dogs and everything. But that's the kind of week the worlds have. Does anybody have anything this week that they'd like to share? Yes.
I was just gonna say, the Chicago papers wrote the Pope, D-A, the Pope.
Yeah, that's funny.
What was it?
The Pope.
The Pope.
Like the Bears, the whatever, the Bears.
Stephen Colbert said he's gonna say death prayers.
Yes.
Well, my chapter's having a barbershop show. It's our spring ice cream social, and it'll be a week from this Saturday. So it'll be the May 17th at the One Generation Senior Center, if anybody has heard of that. They're on West Victory Boulevard at about 2 p.m. I have flyers. I'll put some flyers up at the front.
Please do. Very good. Anyone else want to share anything?
Can I share a memory?
Yes, please.
1977, I was 5 years old, under a chuppah here.
Uh-huh.
My father and my stepmother, my father engaged to my stepmother under Bill Kramer.
That's right.
Wow.
Very
He
good.
used to sit on his lap afterward. My father taught Sunday school here.
Oh, and well, who's your father?
He was Ronald Ross, and I just laid him to rest his stuff.
Oh, sorry. It was a little before my time. My son was born in 1989, so we weren't here until 94. It was right at the end of Rabbi Kramer's tenure. Welcome home. We're glad you're here. When we,
I remember this.
well, this is different, because the one in the back used to be up here. And since we've changed the lights in the carpet, that's been 20 years, so we're ready to do it again if we have the money. I'm glad you're here. And when we do the memorial, let's make sure you give me the name to put down again, and so we can have it on our list. I'm using Rabbi's little sit-down thing here, her little stool, and I think it's a great thing. We should have done this years ago. Well, let's get into the Torah portion for this week, and it is right in the middle of the Torah. We're like right halfway through. It's all downhill from here. It's a double portion. Let's see if I can pronounce this correctly. Acharei Mat Kedoshim. It's 2 portions. It includes what we call the holiness code, the very ethical foundation on how we must act as Jews and how we must act as human beings. God instructs us on matters of social justice, saying, "You shall be a holy people because I am holy." And he says, "When you reap the harvest of your land, you shall not reap the corner of your field, nor shall you gather the gleanings of your harvest, and you shall not glean your vineyards, nor shall you collect the fallen individual grapes of your vineyard. You shall leave them for the poor and the stranger. I am the Lord, your God. In other words, God is saying it's not ethical to let people go hungry. Boy, some people need to hear that one. You shall not curse a deaf person. You shall not place a stumbling block before a blind person. In other words, God says you aren't being holy when you make things difficult for people with disabilities or hardships. Very timely, I think.
Yeah, it is.
You shall not go around as a gossip monger amidst your people. God says, I didn't give you the power of speech to use it to hurt other people. So don't be mean when you talk. Something else that we can take to heart. You shall neither take revenge from nor bear a grudge against the members of your people. You shall love your neighbor as yourself. In other words, you're being holy like me when you're being kind and forgiving to other people. You're all in this together, and we are all in this together. When a stranger sojourns with you in your land, you shall not taunt him. The stranger who sojourns with you shall be as a native from among you, and you shall love him as yourself, for you were strangers in the land of Egypt. Welcome the immigrant. Offer refuge to the oppressed. You were once in their shoes, so remember what it was like. And for emphasis, God says, I am the Lord your God, as if to say, your good fortune, your freedom, your safety, it's not all of your own doing. You were redeemed. You were blessed. Pay it forward. It's only been a few weeks since Passover. You were redeemed. And the section ends this way. You shall sanctify yourselves and be holy, for I am the Lord your God. God's reminding us we're here for a reason, to be an example to the rest of the world, a light unto the nations. We're here to make the world a better place. The holiness code can be reduced with simple teaching of Rabbi Hillel. Someone who wanted to become Jewish went to Hillel's friend and colleague, Rabbi Shammai, and said he couldn't stay long in town. Can you teach me the whole Torah while I'm standing on one foot? And Shammai says, get out of here. Don't bother me with such foolishness. So he went to Hillel and asked the same question. And Hillel taught, whatever is hateful to you, do not do to your fellow man. That is the whole Torah. All the rest is commentary. Go study. So there you have it. All of Judaism comes down to one sentence. Don't treat people in the way you wouldn't want to be treated. Simple. But like any simple answer, there are always more questions. And so we must continue our journey of learning. As Hillel said, go study. So when we're done here tonight, go study. Or maybe the day after. Good Shabbat.
Good job.
We now turn to page 178 for a song that we haven't done in a little while. But I think given the state of the world, I think we need to do this. Shalom Rav, on the top of page 178, we ask for an abundant peace, a great peace for the whole world. And I hope those of you who have been here a while remember it, and those of you who haven't, maybe you've heard it before, but it's a lovely tune.
Okay, I hope you guys remember because I'm a little rusty on it also. Is this the one that goes, Shalom Ra Yisrael? Shalom Ra Yisrael.
Yeah. Do you know who wrote it? Do you know who wrote that, or?
You mean the music of it?
Yeah.
I
That's a
can
Debbie
find out
Freeman,
what
that's
you
a
guys-
Debbie Freeman melody.
While
Well,
you
that
guys
sounds
continue
like-
to do what you do.
Right.
I'm trying to remember when we started doing it. I remember in our old prayer book, it wasn't in there completely. And Jim Mattis, who, I don't know if any of you remember. Yeah, Jim Mattis had,
Tony?
and Tony, but Jim Mattis made stickers, labels with the lyrics and put them in the prayer books. It was the little thin gray prayer book, if you remember that.
They've been doing it
Yes,
since Bill Kramer was.
Freelander and Klepper.
Oh.
D. Freelander, whoever the D, whatever the D stands for, and J. Klepper. J, first initial, Klepper. And as far as the lyrics, it's liturgical, totally liturgical, so it's not, it's from on high. You're looking at me like I'm not telling you the truth. I'm telling you what I read.
She's got the sheet music there, and it's
It's
got
right
this.
here in front of me.
Didn't mean to chase people off of that. We are now going to turn to page 371. And on the middle of the page is, give it a good shove, it'll work. There we go. That door sticks. In the middle of the page is the Misha Baruch, a healing prayer. If you know someone who is in need of a prayer of healing, if you're in need of a prayer of healing, now's the time that we are going to offer it together. If you want to say the name of somebody right now, or even if you want to say it now, it's good. If you want to just think it, that's good too.
Andrew Silas, Isabel Gatti,
Okay. Middle of the page, there are two verses, Misha Baruch. Everyone?
May the source of strength that was the one before us, help us find grace. Make our lives a blessing. Let us say, Amen. With Refuah Shalema,
And now we come to the time where we call to mind those we remember tonight on the anniversary of their passing, as well as those who we've lost in recent months. And the yard sites for this week are not there. Right here. Yard sites this week of Beatrice Manners, Morris Silver, Sean Sloves, John Eisinger, Minnie Rutkowski, Joan Wojcicki, Morris Tenney, Louis Altman, Esther Shagan Klein. And the memorial list, Elsie Noodleman, Debbie Fischel, Lorinda Bray, Scott Ringwelski, Evelyn Dreyfus, Rosalie Hutter, Alfred Hutter, Rosalie Hutter, I'm sorry.
Thank you.
Alfred Hutter, Herbert Bieber, Heather Donahue, Raymond Dreyfus, and
Ronald Ross.
Ronald
Ross, R-O-S-S.
Ross,
His
okay.
Hebrew name is Rachmel Moshe Denlea.
Do we have the date of passing?
Yes.
April 29th, 8:15 a.m. And he was laid to rest on the Monday. 29th, April 29th.
Ronald Ross. We turn back to page 586. And we rise for Elena, which we will follow with the mourner's cottage. For those not familiar with this book, we start the second paragraph, then we skip to the top of 588 and continue with the ending on the top of 591. What did I say? Did I say right? The editors of this new Reformed prayer book decided to chop up the Elena into various places. No, do Kaddish. That's the way she's got it. Yeah, that's the way she's got it. She actually does the memorial names after. It's mixed up, but we get it all done. It's all there. Everyone, Elena. This afternoon, I said, I better check to see what order Rabbi Bieber does the service, because she does it a little different than we used to. So I called up a video, ran it at twice speed, and wrote down, made sure the order, and she had Elena before the mourner's cottage. On that particular week. Maybe not, because her notes are otherwise, but I went and did what she did that week. Now we come to the mourner's cottage. We have on page 598, we have a tradition that we've got away from and maybe we'll start doing again. We'll talk to Rabbi Bieber. If you are here on the yard site, passing of a loved one, or within the first year, an intense morning, and you wish to come and recite Kaddish before the open art, and at the conclusion, you can touch Torah and take a blessing if you wish to do that, and if not, we can say it just from here. On 598, let us pray.
Gadash, Rabba, Amen. Yalma, Vagolo, Vimer, Amen. Yehe Shmei Rabban Mevorach, Leolam, Leolam. Yitbarach, Yishtabach, Yitboar, Yitramam, Yitnaseh. Yitalev, Halal, Shmei Kodesh, Brichu, Leilam, Min Kol, Birchata, Dushbechata, Nechemata, Da'ami, Ram, B'yalma, B'yimrome. Yehesh Lama Rabba Min Shemaya V'chayim, Aleinu, V'yalkel Yisrael, V'yimer Amen. Yaseh Shalom B'yimramal, Uyaseh Shalom, Aleinu, V'yalkel Yisrael, V'yalkol Yisrael Tevel. V'yimer Amen.
Have a seat. Now, anytime I run services, because I'm really just out there with you, I don't feel like I can give the priestly blessing, but we can bless each other and bless our congregation. If you turn to page 203, we'll do it just in English, not 203, 603. I'm sorry. All I have to do is look over at Diane. If I say it wrong, she gives me the look. And I know I've done something wrong. She does it at home too. All the time. Okay, everyone, 603 at the bottom. When we say you, we will say us. And another me or whatever. You know what I mean.
Yes.
We'll do it collectively. Change all the collective. Everyone, may God bless us and keep us. May God light shine upon us, and may God be gracious to us. May we feel God's presence within us always, and may we find peace. Good Shabbat, everyone.
Good Shabbos.
Exit to Osei Shalom, and let's get back to the table to say Kiddush, so Robin can get off.
And let's thank Ira for coming between us.
Like I say, it's not hard, you can all do it. Give it a go, it's fun. Kind of.